Right now, Madison's ongoing catalytic converter theft spree is showing no sign of slowing down. What can be done to protect your car?
Plus, charges are filed. What we know about the local high school student and the charges he faces for allegedly bringing a stolen gun to school.
News 3 Now at 10 starts right now. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is getting cold outside, so cold that Madison workers were out preparing the city ice rinks around town. This video from Tenney and Elver Parks today. Well, tonight, wind chills have dropped below zero for the first time this season.
And in addition to that, there are a few chances for some snow flurries in the coming days. Let's go right to Chief Meteorologist Gary Connolly, who we forced to the backyard patio in this nice, cozy, warm night, Gary.
I've got a pretty good jacket on here.
You're a little shielded from the wind, too.
I am, yeah. That's important because if you're in the wind, those wind chills are now dropping below zero. Let's start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the Edgewater Skycam. We had clouds this morning, and then you can see the sun breaking through during the afternoon. But the problem is those clear skies are allowing temperatures to really fall off tonight. Lake effect snows the other side of Lake Michigan, but nothing across the state of Wisconsin right now. High temperatures are early this morning. Here in Madison, we were at 34 degrees, but now we're at our low for the day of 10 degrees, and you can see temperatures already below zero in west central Wisconsin around Black River Falls. You factor in the winds, and while the winds are not as strong as they were earlier today, wind chill in Madison now at 3 below zero. We're seeing wind chills around 10 below zero in the northern part of our viewing area. By morning, temperatures should be in the single digits. Wind chills overnight will stay in the single digits below zero. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, high temperature only at 20, maybe a couple of flurries, but don't be fooled. I mean, it's cold now, but temperatures will warm back up into the 40s for next week. I'll have more in the extended forecast in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. And as the temperatures drop and we enter these winter months, now is a great time to download our First Warn Weather app. It is free and available now for download in your app store. A recent string of stolen catalytic converters is grabbing the attention of local law enforcement. According to the Madison Police Department, over the last 2 weeks, at least 14 of them were stolen.
So what is a catalytic converter, and how can you prevent this crime from happening to you? Our Brett Hamilton is in studio tonight with those answers.
Well, a catalytic converter is a device that takes toxic gas from a car's engine and turns it into a much safer version. It also happens to be made of extremely valuable metals, and in Madison, people are stealing these converters in enormous numbers. Over the past several weeks, Madison police say at least 14 catalytic converters have been stolen within city limits. And so far this year, over 300 total. It's an alarming trend, but one that doesn't seem to surprise Rob Jordan, who works in repair at Smart Motors Toyota and has seen more than his fair share of cases recently.
One of the things that Madison community is known for is our environmentalism. So there's an awful lot of Priuses out there, and unfortunately the Prius is one of the top targets.
The Toyota Prius, known as being the environmentally friendly vehicle, also has a reputation among thieves. Jackpot. And according to car expert Harvey Briggs, the Prius contains a large concentration of that targeted precious metal.
There are things like palladium, platinum, and rhodium in them, and rhodium costs $11,500 an ounce.
Madison police say the Prius has been by far and away the top target among the recent string of thefts. And according to Smart Motors Toyota, police are working with them to create a potential solution to this problem for those that could be targeted.
Working with the City of Madison Police Department about serializing their catalytic converters. And what this will allow the police department to do is to attach a stolen catalytic converter to a specific vehicle so they can then track down where that converter came from.
Smart Motors Toyota say they are actually hoping to host an event this spring where you could bring in your car and have a serial number installed that day. But if you're looking for an immediate solution, our experts say you can install a metal plate for around $500, which will give your converter extra protection. Now, Madison police have also stepped up enforcement at night in places they have deemed as hotspot zones.
We are learning more about the Madison high school student arrested last week for bringing a loaded, stolen gun to school. Today, 18-year-old Marquand Webb was officially charged, including 1 count of possession of a firearm on school grounds. Police arrested him on Thursday after school administrators got an anonymous tip that he was armed. According to the criminal complaint, when officers arrived, at least 2 school staff members were in contact with Webb and were trying to stop him from running from the school. Officers stepped in and helped bring Webb to the ground so he could be handcuffed. While Webb was on the ground, police reportedly found the stolen gun inside one of his jacket pockets. It had been stolen from Cottage Grove in September, but it is unclear if Webb was the one who took it.
More than a dozen state Republican lawmakers today calling on Governor Evers to remove Milwaukee County's top prosecutor from office. District Attorney John Chisholm has been under fire for recommending a low-dollar bail amount for the suspect in the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. Just days before he hit and killed 6 people, last week Chisholm called the bail recommendation from his office inappropriately low, given the circumstances of the crimes Darrell Brooks Jr. was facing and his prior history. Nearly a week after the school shooting that left 4 dead in Michigan, the school superintendent there says the plan to return students to Oxford High School is evolving. The school district released a soft reopening plan based on guidance from different sources, including mental health experts, as well as advice from families who've been through similar tragedies. Last Tuesday, 15-year-old Ethan Crumbley allegedly opened fire at Oxford High, killing 4 of his classmates and wounding several others. The teen's parents, James and Jennifer Crumbley, were charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Now all 3 are in the same facility behind bars.
Today, the Green Bay Packers have placed backup quarterback Jordan Love on the COVID-19 reserve list. Because he is vaccinated, he will have to produce 2 negative tests 2 days in a row to return to practice. The Packers face the Chicago Bears this weekend at Lambeau Field. And just going into effect today, the U.S. now has stricter travel rules for people coming into the country. Nearly all travelers must have a negative COVID-19 test 1 day before departure. Any foreign national who travels to the U.S. must also be fully vaccinated. The federal mask requirement for travel hubs like airports and public transportation will remain through March.
And new tonight, the CDC has put 5 places in Europe, including one of the world's most popular tourist attractions, on the list of destinations for very high COVID travel risk. France and 4 of its European neighbors all moved to level 4 today. That's the CDC's highest risk category. A Milwaukee family trying to adjust to a new life after a mother of 4 died of COVID-19 shortly after giving birth.
Gabriella Becerra spoke with the father of 3 of those kids and how their lives changed in an instant.
Adrienne Chandler, a loving mother, unexpectedly died from COVID-19 after giving birth to her 4th child.
Adrienne was just always a loving and caring person. It's what led me to the relationship I had with her.
Adrienne's ex-husband and father to 3 of her children, David Henderson, tells me she was caring and funny. He says there wasn't a single person who didn't like Adrienne once they met her.
Everybody was just drawn to her, and just her laugh was just contagious.
Henderson says Adrienne started with symptoms of COVID-19 about 2 weeks ago. Everything was fine until it wasn't.
It didn't seem like it was that serious until last week, when I came here to grab the kids on Saturday, and I saw how good she was not looking good. She was getting ready to drive herself down to the hospital because she was always willing to lend a hand, but she didn't exactly ask for help too much either.
The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office confirms Adrienne died from COVID-19. They say she was not vaccinated.
And it was just gut-wrenching. I don't know how I got through as much as I did before I couldn't hold in the emotion no more. And
now her family, Henderson and their 3 children, and her boyfriend and their newborn baby, are left navigating a new normal, a life without their Adrienne.
That thought everything was fine, and then it's not in an instant for them.
That was Gabriella Becerra reporting. A GoFundMe page was created to support her children. There's also information about how people can donate baby gifts and supplies for her newborn.
Governor Evers signing a group of bills today that changes how sexual assaults are tracked. The new measures were recommended following Wisconsin's backlog of sexual assault kits. One of the bills establishes formal procedures for collecting and receiving the kits and tracking them in the state. Survivors can now access information about the status of kits in real time. Developing tonight, the Legislative Audit Bureau analysis of election records from the city of Madison did not result in any changes to the agency's conclusions from an October audit of the 2020 election. Today's update showed auditors reviewed 551 absentee ballot certificates and found none of them had any missing voter information. The lab also said all 95 tests of voting machines in Madison were done within the 10-day window before Election Day as required A closer review of 12 machines found they all accurately counted sample ballots during the test.
The U.S. Justice Department filing a lawsuit today challenging legislative maps adopted by Texas Republicans. Attorney General Merrick Garland said the maps fail to recognize growth in the Latino population and discriminate against black voters and violates the Voting Rights Act. Texas was awarded 2 additional seats in the U.S. House of Representatives this year, and according to 2020 census data, the population growth that created the new seats was propelled by minority communities, with people of color making up 95% of the growth. New tonight, Congressman Devin Nunes announced he's leaving the House by the end of the year. Today, the California Republican says he is set to be the CEO of the Trump Media and Technology Group. Nunes is a longtime close ally of the former president. Former U.S. Senate Majority Leader and 1996 Republican presidential nominee Bob Dole will lie in state in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda on Thursday. Dole died Sunday at age 98. In February, he announced he was being treated for advanced lung cancer. Arriving in Washington at the dawn of the Kennedy administration, Dole would serve for 27 years as a U.S. Senator from Kansas, including 2 stints as the Senate Majority Leader. Tomorrow marks 80 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor.
On December 7th, 1941, Japan attacked the U.S. naval base in Hawaii, destroying more than half of the fleet of aircraft, damaging all 8 battleships. Some 2,400 service members and civilians were killed. About half were on the USS Arizona. More than 1,100 people were injured. And one day later, December 8th, 1941, the U.S. declared war on Japan and officially entered World War II. And in preparation of tomorrow's anniversary, Governor Tony Evers here in Wisconsin ordering flags to be lowered to half staff for National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. The governor writes, quote, "It is an opportunity to thank our veterans and pay respects to those who have known the true cost of freedom."
Today, the final piece of the Robert E. Lee statue in Richmond, Virginia began the long process of coming down. Over the weekend, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam announced the 40-foot tall pedestal that once held the statue would be removed. Over the next month, the 40-foot tall graffiti-covered granite pedestal that once held that statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee will be deconstructed and removed. Still to come tonight, the winner of this year's Kentucky Derby unexpectedly dies on the track today.
Plus, the Biden administration announces a diplomatic boycott of next year's Olympic Games in China. We'll tell you why next.
No 2 accidents are the same, so don't let the insurance company treat you just like another number. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We'll give you the attention you need. We've helped tens of thousands of people get the money they deserve. One call, that's all.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
To help you take walks again. To ease your pain.
To rebuild your strength.
And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care.
We care about you.
You.
They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics. Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
Menards has the tools you need to complete your projects. Stocked and ready to go. Known for innovative designs and affordable prices, Works provides the power and ease you need to get the job done right. PowerShare batteries are long-lasting and will make sure the job gets done. Check out our selection of Works 20-volt PowerShare cordless tools. This drill and driver combo is $69.99 after rebate. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your world champion Milwaukee Bucks.
Tomorrow morning, our Call for Action Week continues with a success story.
How we took action to get a family with a newborn a working water heater.
And we're keeping an eye on snow chances for our Tuesday. Chris Reese will return tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7 with the details.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
The Biden administration today officially announcing it will not send an official U.S. delegation to the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing. They say it's a statement against China's, quote, ongoing genocide and crimes against humanity. U.S. athletes will still be allowed to compete in the Olympics.
The athletes on Team USA have our full support. We will be behind them 100% as we cheer them on from home. We will not be contributing to the fanfare of the games.
The move marks an escalation of pressure by the U.S. on China over allegations of forced labor and human rights abuses in China's western region. The U.S. typically sends a delegation to the Olympics. First Lady Jill Biden leading the U.S. diplomatic delegation to Tokyo in the 2020 Games, which took place over the summertime. This year's Kentucky Derby winner has died. The California Horse Racing Board announcing Medina Spirit collapsed at Santa Anita today. In a statement, the attorney for Medina Spirit's trainer Bob Baffert said the horse died from a heart attack after a workout. The brown colt won the 147th running of the Derby back in May and then tested positive for elevated levels of an anti-inflammatory drug during a post-race drug test.
The head of a digital mortgage lender, Better.com, is getting heat after firing hundreds of workers on Zoom. Vishal Garg, the company's CEO, asked more than 900 employees to join him on a Zoom call, then told them their jobs were being terminated immediately. The call lasted less than 3 minutes. According to Fortune magazine, the CEO later accused the employees of stealing from their colleagues and customers by only working 2 hours a day. Ford Motor Company is delaying its plans to have roughly 30,000 workers return to the office next year. The automaker now says those employees will not return to offices until March due to COVID-19 concerns. Ford's office workers were originally set to head back next month. According to Ford, the state of the virus remains fluid. This as federal health officials seek to learn more about the Omicron variant.
A meat recall to tell you about tonight. Alexander and Horning announced the recall of 17 processed meat products equaling more than 200,000 pounds of pork. Now, it includes a variety of spiral sliced ham, uncured ham, and ham steaks. The company says it's concerned the items may have been exposed to listeria, but the company says more details on the recall, including a list of the 17 products, will be on their website.
And in more local news tonight, Mercy Health is lighting up its Love Light tree tonight in Janesville. It's the 36th year for the tree. The hospital has been asking people to purchase a light in honor of someone special this holiday season. Organizers say the tree will be lit up every night for the next few weeks. Money raised goes directly to 3 of the hospital's programs: Wigs for Patients, Meals on Wheels, and Hospitality House. And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our first warn forecast.
It'll be a cold night tonight. Temperatures are already down to around 10 in Madison and in the single digits to the north and west. But tomorrow we'll see more clouds and also the possibility for a few flurries of snow. They're already starting to show up across South Dakota and far western Minnesota. They're not going to amount to very much, but the cloud cover will keep temperatures down for tomorrow. So 3 things you need to know. Look for low temperatures in the single digits overnight with wind chills perhaps down to 10 below 0 at times. High temperatures tomorrow only around 20 degrees. But by Thursday and Friday, temperatures will be back into the lower 40s. And we'll see some chances for rain showers, maybe a little mix of rain and snow on Thursday morning, and then some light snow from Friday night into early Saturday morning before that comes to an end. And then mild weather returns for all of next week. High temperatures at or above 40. Even nighttime low temperatures will be above freezing by the time we get to the end of the week. Take a look at how those temperatures go. The average high temperature drops from 35 to freezing over the next 10 days. While tomorrow will be well below normal, almost 15 degrees below average with the high temperature. By the end of the period, that high of 46 that's 14 degrees above the average high of 32. So that just shows you how that weather pattern will change again as we head into next week, and it's going to stay mild, at least for a while. Current temperatures are already in the teens below zero in northern Minnesota, 0 in Wausau, temperatures far northern Wisconsin below 0, Madison at 10, teens as far south as central Illinois, but the snow cover is prevalent across the far northern portions of the Midwest. That's where temperatures are the coldest, but compared to 24 hours ago, that's a big drop in temperatures. 25 to, in some cases, 30 degrees, and wind chills right now running in the teens below 0 up to our north. Now, as we look at weather track, right now our upper level winds are from the northwest. Part of the polar jet stream is actually coming in out of central Canada and funneling some of that cold air right down into the Midwest, but then it kind of flattens out. Now to the west, we've got another weather system that is bringing some light precipitation in the mountains, mainly snow there and rain along the coast. But right now, we've got an area of high pressure located just out to the west, and so that's why we have the clear skies. But already on the backside of the high, the winds start to return out of a southerly direction, and that's what will start fueling the warm up as we head toward the end of the week. So while these temperatures are above and below 0 across the state, the clear skies overnight will give way to clouds by early tomorrow morning. Here come the flurries, not amounting to very much as they move on through, and then after that, we'll start to clear out as we head into Wednesday with temperatures back to around 30. But by Thursday, look what happens. Those winds start to become more southerly, but the next weather system brings clouds in here, maybe a mixture of rain and snow by early on Thursday, but that should change over to rain at some point during the day on Thursday. So for tomorrow, look for a high temperature of only 20 degrees with cloudy skies and a chance for a few flurries, not going to amount to anything. 30 for high on Wednesday, and then low 40s for Thursday and Friday. Again, rain showers expected those days, changing to light snow Friday night, ending on Saturday morning, and then take a look at next week. No rain, no snow, temperatures at or above 40 every single day.
Wisconsin is one of 16 teams remaining in the NCAA tournament. Now, as match day gets closer, we hear from Kelly Sheffield on how this team is handling the pressure.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Star N Bank, we think having choices is important, so you can choose the products that are right for your life. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
With a Ford F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you. Welcome to Delicious.
This is Dave. He thought he'd save money by getting internet from one company and TV from, well, from multiple providers. You see, Dave and his wife watch live TV, Ella her favorite kid shows, and Henry loves sports. It was costing Dave a lot. So Dave switched to Spectrum. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 per month each. Call 833-985-4499. Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits includes a free modem and free online security software. And Spectrum TV with over 125 channels includes live local news and regional sports and up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Plus, with the free Spectrum TV app, everyone can stream on their devices anywhere. So now Dave has one bill, one provider, no contracts, and is saving a ton. Be like Dave. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 per month each. Call 833-985-4499 or visit spectrum.com.
Today's the day to go farther with a partner that provides you innovative solutions for your own personal financial future. Explore the possibilities today at starinbank.com.
Wisconsin men's basketball made a statement over the weekend. They topped their in-state rival, notched their 5th win in a row, so naturally a pair of players are getting recognized for their performances against Marquette. Brad Davison is the Big Ten co-player of the week for the first time in his career. On Saturday, he scored 20 points with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Chucky Hepburn also being recognized. He picks up his first career co-freshman of the week honor. He scored a season-high 15 points with 6 assists, 3 steals, and 2 boards. Wisconsin is getting more than just individual recognition. The Badgers move up in the AP Top 25, now ranked 22nd. New ranking for the start of conference play, that begins this week. Wisconsin will host Indiana on Wednesday night. Tip-off is set for 6. It's plain and simple. Wisconsin volleyball owned the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. They broke out the brooms on Friday and Saturday to advance to the program's 9th straight Sweet 16. Yes, the Badgers make it look easy, even if it's not. But that's because of the way that the team approaches these matches. As they get deeper into the tournament, they focus on the details, staying loose, and just trusting the process.
We try to do the best we can once we get to this season, this part of the year. Trusting the process, trusting our training, trusting each other, and if you're able to do that, then hopefully stress is coming down.
Wisconsin and UCLA meet on Thursday at the Fieldhouse for the regional semifinal. The winner advances to Saturday's regional final, and that's set for 7. Despite a less than perfect weekend, the Wisconsin women's hockey team still sits atop the rankings at number 1. The Badgers went 0-1-1 this weekend in a border battle with Minnesota. Wisconsin is on the road this week for its final series of 2021. They will face Bemidji State for 2. Now that series begins on Friday. He's back. After missing 2 games, Giannis returns to the lineup, and what makes it even sweeter, it's his 27th birthday. He and the Bucks are hosting the Cavaliers tonight. Not a lot separating these teams on the scoreboard, so Giannis takes care of it. He gives them the lead, then adds some insurance from behind the arc. Well, these teams start and trade threes down the stretch. Giannis part of the action. He goes 3 for 3 from distance tonight, leads the way with 27 points. The Bucks end their homestand with a 112-104 win over Cleveland. And in case you missed it, Packers have put backup quarterback Jordan Love on the reserve COVID-19 list. Love is vaccinated, so he will need 2 negative tests on back-to-back days before returning to practice. Now, as for this week, Matt LaFleur said earlier today he's hopeful that Rodgers practices. Packers host the Bears Sunday night for a prime-time matchup. We'll be right back.
Your place, your club, your gateway to experience the best the city has to offer. Are you ready to experience life at the Madison Club? Join now for only $100 a month. Call or visit MadisonClub.org to join today.
All right, here we go. Miller in motion. Wait, is that a baby on the field?
It looks like it, Craig.
And the defensive linemen are playing peekaboo. I've never seen anything like that before.
Harris now appears to be burping the baby.
That's a great moment right there.
Ref going to the rule book here.
Well, wait a minute. Harris is off to the races.
We don't need any more trick plays.
Touchdown!
But we could all use more ways to save.
Are you kidding me?
That's got to be a long bus ride home for the defense.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
F-150 and an available Pro Power onboard generator, you're not just ready, you're holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sonobello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for
one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
The Bruce Company is ready for Christmas, and we've got some rules to help you celebrate the season. Be merry. Wisconsin-grown trees and greens, lights and ornaments will make your holiday dreams come true. No peeking. Candles, potpourri, German collectibles, and holiday plants make great gifts for everyone on your list. Honor tradition. Meet Santa's reindeer on Sunday, December 12th from noon until 2. Whatever your rules, celebrate the holidays with the Bruce Company, your holiday experts.
Your place, your club, your gateway to experience the best the city has to offer. Are you ready to experience life at the Madison Club? Join now for only $100 a month. Call or visit MadisonClub.org to join today.
Customers call for action against a local fence builder Thursday morning. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, Western Antarctica was plunged into momentary darkness this weekend during a dramatic total solar eclipse. The Earth's southernmost continent experiences continuous daylight from mid-October until early April, but the eclipse brought a few minutes of total darkness. The solar eclipse occurs when the moon moves between the sun and Earth, casting a shadow on Earth, fully or partially blocking the sun's light in some areas. I'm amazed that we had video from our affiliate in Antarctica. Yeah.
And then everybody took quick naps.
Yeah, the thing is, when you have a solar eclipse, the temperature actually drops a few degrees because of the sun being blocked.
Because they were hoping for that too.
And yeah, so I'm sure they probably enjoyed that drop in temperature.
Those are like beach huts there?
No, hopefully they're very warm. I didn't see too many people out and about there. But we're in darkness tonight, but it's just regular darkness, and the skies are clear right now. Flurries starting to show up across South Dakota. Those could be in here during the day tomorrow. Temperatures, teens from Madison to the south and east, in the single digits to the north and west. Compared to 24 hours ago, these temperatures running about 25 to almost 30 degrees colder. And wind chills right now below 0 here in Madison. 3 below is our wind chill. Camp Douglas, Wautoma down to 11 below 0. Single digit temperatures overnight. High tomorrow 20 with a few flurry chances, and then a warm up toward the end of the week, and very mild for much of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.